Hello, I'm Micks Mowers, the Mower Man, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a little tiny Atco lawnmower. It's not a cylinder, it's a little rotary. It's a cheapo, but I saw it at my my local selling place where I pick my lawnmowers up, which are safe from scrapyard and safe from recycling, and which is something I'm really passionate about doing, is recycling machines rather than just selling them off for recycled to be scrapped. I found a little tiny Atco push mower in there. It's nothing to look at. It's not super duper, but it is a nice little machine. It looks quite tidy with a little Briggs & Stratton classic engine on top, and that machine was just thrown away for scrap recycled because I think the pull cord was actually just broken. So if you have a lawnmower and the pull cord is stuck out or the pull cord is not working on a lawnmower, then this could be the video for you. Hopefully this video won't take too long to do, and therefore you guys will watch this video and can be up and mowing in no time at all with very little hand tools that you can buy down your local shops. If it's your first time watching Micks Mowers, the Mower Man, hit the old subscribe button, not whack the old bell. Set notifications to all, that way you'll be told next time I upload another video. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty. Let's get this little tiny Atco lawnmower up on the bench, try and get the pull cord fixed, and see if it doesn't run. Right, whilst you lot are sitting there watching, looking at my lawnmower signs, I'm just going to grab this little lawnmower in. It's quite local. Where is it? Little tiny Atco. There it is there. So it's a little tiny, I'd say 16-inch lawnmower, so it's not a big one. Let me just take the grass box off. Boom. It's a plastic deck. So therefore, very light. And should do the job. Especially in my area, where gardens are very small in my area, and there's not a big call for ride-ons in my area. So it is produced by Atco. They produce this, and it probably weighs about £half a pound. So there it is. As I say, it ain't a great deal to look at. A little plastic deck. Atco have been out for a little while now, company-wise, but they do and did make lots of quality machines in their day. Of course, Atco are now owned by this fantastic company here, Alec. So HTD was off anyway, because someone's obviously been working on this. It wasn't me. But as you can see, the pull cord is stuck out, and the pull cord looks to be brand fire and new. Now, I will just say, what you can do, rather than just repairing this, if you wanted to, you could just literally go online, look up Briggs & Stratton 3.5 Classic or 450 Classic Recoil, and just buy another recoil system for about £15 on eBay, second hand. And that's another form of recycling. If not, just get yourself a 3/8 socket, and there's 3 bolts to remove, 1 at the front and 2 at the back on each corner. Okay. With those removed, you can use a 10mm sometimes, but if you haven't got a 3/8, or you can use adjustable, whatever you've got to hand. So these videos are intended for everybody. So even just a local guy in the shed, his own lawnmower's broken, this video could be for you too. So with that now done, you can now remove your recoil. Now this recoil itself, the pull cord has actually come out. It's actually not there. I only fell off my stool then. Let's bring you guys in, see what I'm talking about. So this recoil is actually out, but look, the cord has jumped. See that? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and thread that, force that back in. And wouldn't it be amazing if that now just sprung itself back into action? It has. My lord, somebody threw it away because the recoil actually, the recoil itself has got stuck up here. See, it's pinching up here. It's pinching up there. Now, the only reason it's probably doing that is because there's a little tiny tab. Someone's put a brand new pull cord in here. This is such a shame, Mike. So what happens is, just in here, let me see if I can show you. This isn't rigged, this is how it come. Just in here, there's a little tiny metal tab just there. And that tab should be over the top of that pull cord. It's actually underneath it. Let me try and show you. See that little metal tab just there? There's a little tiny metal tab. and that tab should be over the top of the pull cord. And what's happening is every time you pull it, the pull cord is jumping up over the top. So all I'm going to do, a bit fiddly, but all I'm going to do, I might just take the pull cord out. Yeah, someone's put a brand spanking new pull cord in here. I'm going to take the pull cord out. I'm just going to cut the end of the pull cord if I can find my Knipex pliers, which are over here. I'm trying to do it one-handed, guys, so bear with me. So I'm going to keep hold of this pull cord assembly. I don't want to let it go because it'll snap back on me. I'm going to cut the pull cord off, right? I'm then going to take that out. Whilst holding this one-handed and not letting go of it, I'm going to grab my lighter. I'm going to burn the end of that. Just melt it, get a twist. And now what I'm going to do, I'm now going to thread that back in the way it came, but go underneath that tab, not over top of it. Go underneath it, pull the cord back round, and tie a one-handed lawnmower knot. You have to be trained in the art of tying knots when you work on lawnmowers, especially one-handed ones. Like that. So now I can then trim that off with my Knipex. What did I do with my Knipex? Now, not all my fixes are like this, but you could have a lawnmower pull cord that has done the same thing, it's just stuck out. It could just be something so simple, and the problem is so many people nowadays, they just throw stuff away because it's not working. And look, guys, a brand spanking new pull cord now up and running, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get a screwdriver, a little flathead, and that little tiny tab. All I'm going to do is just going to bend that up ever so slightly, not a lot, just enough, just to meet with the threshold of the wheel. Like so. So that's all I've done, is literally just bend that little tiny metal tab. Just there. Just bent it up. So now that the pull cord is now underneath that, and all it was on top of it. Look at that. A fully working pull cord assembly. Good to go. So I'm going to give a little tiny blow off on my air compressor, just to get rid of some of the muck on here, because there's a bit of muck on this lawnmower. So I'd like to get off. Any air in there? Yeah, baby. Now someone's even put a brand new plug in there by the looks of it. Brand spanking new plug. So that's good. So we ain't got to do that. So now, all I've got to do is put my recoil back on, being careful not to pinch anything, of course. Mine likes tea leaf. I wish all my fixes were like this. And I'm going to grab my impact. You guys can use sockets, it's up to you. But I generally use an impact. It's just quicker. When I'm doing these and going through these quite a bit, then you need it to be quite quick. Why don't I do that? Like this. Just make sure your HTD is not getting trapped. And then there's two different types of nuts or bolts that go on the back of here. There's a wide skirt one and a narrow skirt one. The wide skirt one goes on the exhaust side. So somebody actually had this apart. Had a little look at it, tried to get it to work, deemed it to be broken, or pull cord's broken. They could have just literally got a new one for 15 quid or second hand £15 off of eBay, and people on eBay even put brand new pull cords in them. So it could have been replaced for less than 15 quid. So now, this little machine, technically, could run. Wouldn't it be amazing if it did run? Because if it does run, I have to save the machine from recycle, that's number one. And number two, at a cost of absolutely nothing other than a service, which it will have a service anyway, But let me give it a clean up, a tie up, because it's plastic, it'll come up really well. You hit this up with a lacquer, this will absolutely pop. And it should sell for good money too, because it's a nice little cheap machine. It's cost me next to nothing. And people in my area like a little plastic machine, because one, if it don't rust, two, they're nice and light. It's got a Briggs & Stratton 450 classic engine on top, really reliable. And we're good to go. So let me get a little bit of a clean up, put some petrol in it, check the oil. I'll check the blade as well whilst we're here. Sharpen the blade if needed. I'll meet you guys outside and we'll see if we haven't actually fixed this little pull cord. But hopefully this could be a quick little video and a win-win for you guys. Okay, lawnmower number 2. Bit of a clean up, bit of a tie. Look how clean that mower's come up, look. That was sent to scrap. Now look how clean that is. That looks lush. So I hit that with just a little bit of 2K lacquer just to bring it up. Just so it looks the part. As I say, this lawnmower was sent to scrappy guys. So it was only destined for one thing. A 4.5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton flathead, 2013. I have noticed the fuel tank is empty, but the fuel tank itself is absolutely crystal clear. So someone has actually looked after this machine, and I mean really looked after it. So let's put a little bit of juice in. And the question is, will it actually run or not? Because it's only a very, very small little machine. But in my area, these little tiny machines, they sell quite well, because the older guys, they like them because they don't take much pulling. So the big question is, do it run? It's priming. Let's see. Did someone throw it away because the pull cord, the brand new pull cord, wasn't installed correctly? Now typically it's going to smoke a bit, because these flatheads, they do smoke a bit when they've been tipped up, and they don't like being tipped up. So with a little bit of running, this should now clear, and hopefully we've got a winner. So it's getting worse. So they do require about 15 minutes worth of running. Let me go and find a clamp. I'll clamp it off. I've got a clamp over here. I'll put it to one side. I'll let it run. And I'll come back to you guys once it's finished. About a 10-minute test. So it takes about 10 minutes just to clear the smoke out. I don't want to smoke Mrs. P's washing, because she'll go absolutely nuts if I smoke all her washing out. But as long as you don't tell her, then neither will I. Okay, so there you go. No more smoking, which means Mrs. P's laundry doesn't get smoked out anymore. I put it over there, babe, it wasn't even smoky. What? Smells nice, 4-stroke. So there you go, no more smoke, or very little smoke. Just got to finish doing its running, and a nice little machine. So there you go. So I'm super happy with that. There's still a bit more smoke to come out of it yet, but it has improved. It was overfilled ever so slightly by the previous owner. So, and it might be tipped up on the side as well, which doesn't help. But overall, super happy with that. We've now got a nice little lawnmower, safe from the scrapyard, and it looks tidy too. It looks quite clean, so hopefully it should sell pretty well. Okay, so there you go, one little tiny 2013 Atco lawnmower with a 450 flathead Briggs & Stratton lawnmower, now all up and running, and it looks tidy too. It's a very, very simple fix. The pull cord, recoil cord has just gone over the top of a guide, and that's all it was. So when someone fitted a brand spanking new pull cord in there, they went over the top instead of underneath. It's a very, very easy mistake to make, but it's costly for them. They've now gone out and bought themselves a brand new or second-hand lawnmower when they didn't really need to at all. So hopefully, if this video will help you guys and girls out, if you have a recoil problem just like that, then this is a video for you. If you like sort of video Micks Mowers and Mower Man, hit the old subscribe button or whack the old bell, set notifications to all, that way you'll be told next time I upload another video. I look forward to this episode of Micks Mowers very, very soon, but until then guys, don't forget, much more importantly, take care easy.